Hello and welcome back to Master Game Design, Unreal Engine 5, Stylized Environment and Third-Person Blueprint course. In the last lesson we started our pickup system, the blueprint, and in this lesson let's begin with some explanations. So, let's open Paint. What we are gonna do is create a set of rules, because let's say for example we have some different shapes for static meshes. So we need a rule. If we want our widget to be on an X amount above our mesh, we want this to be the same and this to be the same. But this wouldn't look that well because this would be more inwards based on this. So there is a node that's called get bounds that basically gives you a rough collision of your mesh. And based on these bounds we're gonna set some rule to have a distance from our static mesh. The other thing is that we need a rule because this is a physics item and it can drop in any angle, like the cone that we have, for example. It can drop like this, it can drop in other directions, or if it was a triangle it could drop in many directions. So the widget needs to know the location of the mesh. We could have parented up to the static mesh itself so it could follow it, but if we parent it up, then it would always be on a static. It would be harder to find which side of the mesh is looking towards the sky. So we're gonna make a rule that this widget also follows the location of this static mesh. So this is gonna go on tick. It's gonna be on an every frame rule. This is gonna make it a little bit heavier, but that would be the case for this example. So let's get a branch here. To make it a little bit less heavy, I'm gonna ask if this is visible. If it's not visible, it shouldn't be calculating this, but if the widget is visible, it should calculate. Also, we need a rule for the widget to look towards the player. So first of all, let's do this. Get world location and find look at rotation and set world rotation. So we have the start of find look at rotation. We need a target. For the target, I'm gonna get game mode, cast to our game mode, convert to pure cast. Actually, we can promote this to a variable so we don't cast per tick. And let's put this on begin play. I cut it and right now I paste it. So we have our harbor variable, and from here we're going to get player reference. Now, the reason I don't store the player reference from the beginning, like why not get the player from here and store it as a variable, since the player is what we need. The reason is I don't know when I'm going to spawn the player. If I'm going to spawn the player after this item has spawned, then the reference would be null. So I will get the game mode and then get the player. So from the player, I'm gonna get location, and I'm gonna connect it to target. So the item is trying to find look at rotation on the start of its location, and the target is the player's location, and it will constantly look at us. Now, for the Location rules. Let's get our widget again. I'm gonna set world location. I'm gonna make vector actually I don't need to make vector here. What I'm gonna need is the static mesh world location, not set. So because this item moves through physics, doesn't mean that the actor moves. Like if you're moving the static mesh, the actor actually stays in place. He doesn't move at all. But the static mesh is moving. We're gonna get this location and we're gonna add to this. I'm gonna split this. We want to add on a z-axis so it goes above the location that we want. But how much above? So for how much above, I'm gonna get component bounds and I'm gonna break the box extend, not vector 3f, and on the z-axis I'm gonna add, let's say 50. Now since the mesh is changing, maybe this is not the most correct way, but this we will use for now. As I said, imagine a triangle that falls like this. Now we get this z-axis, but this plus 50 gets here. This z-axis goes up to here, and plus 50 it won't show very well, but with more complex rules or maybe some more simple rules, we don't want this. So I'm gonna pass this here, and we've set the location of the widget. Now I constantly have it visible, so this will be calculating all the time, but right now we are testing. So see this little tilt here? This is because on the rotation I set it all the axes. So basically what we want, I think, is pitch. No, pitch is the one that we don't want. So maybe it's yaw. I'm always confusing the rotations. Yep, yaw is what I wanted. So yep, whenever I go, this moves and the widget goes along with it. Okay, this is it for this one. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.